The focus currently is obviously on the dewatering. We're busy dewatering the mine. We're busy with a shaft refurbishment of the new cook's kitchen shaft, and that's we're now sitting at about 135 meter level. So the plan is by Q1 is to be at the 195 fathom level. So that's where we're going to install the new pump station, and then we will obviously lower the pumps down further so we can get to the lower level and you know, refurbish that pump station as well. So mine dewatering, refurbishment of the shaft, and then it's about the engineering works, value engineering of, you know, we're not sitting around just because we've done a PEA and there's nothing more to do. We are continually looking at how we can make it better, how can we improve it from a value engineering perspective. And then it's about starting up the early works. What we'd like to do in Q1, in beginning of Q2, is to start with the ordering of the long lead items. And at the moment, those are the winders. It's a long lead item. We need to get that ordered. They need to start building it. So we've already gone out on tender. So we're busy reviewing those tenders. And then the excavation for the processing facility. That's also on the on the critical path. The next thing we really want to get ourselves ready is project execution. I mean, we would like to hit the deck running in the second quarter of next year, making sure that we have the right skills in place, have the right systems in place. So we're bringing an entity that's, you know, that's done this many times, coming alongside us to assist, helping us to get the right systems in place. And wherever our team have gaps in, that will be supplemented on a contract basis, because you're talking about just a contract period to help the owner's team to achieve this project. We want to be ready. We want to be able to say we can execute this project in the time and at the cost that we say we're going to do it. And I mean, that from a market point of view is very important. People need to know that we can do this. So I need to, and that's a piece of work that we've just initiated, and we're starting off, in December, mid-December with that, and planning to finish that by the end of Q1. Well, a project execution plan is about, first of all, what is it going to cost you to do it, making sure that you've got cross all your T's and dot all your I's, so to speak, that you know how long it's going to take and who's going to do it, you know, from a skills point of view. And that's not only in your own team, because our role is going to be procurement and management, but who will do the engineering? We call it EPCM, engineering, procurement, construction, management. So the engineering will farm out to others, but who will do it? Making sure that we know who will do that. How are we going to do the procurement? What systems are we going to use? How are we going to make sure that things are on track? The construction side, who will be the parties that will actually have the capability? We're going to do an assessment on that. Can they actually construct the plant? You know, the UK hasn't done mining projects recently, you know, so it's really utilizing existing skills that's in the country to say, listen, this is what we would like to do, and can they do it? And we have some track record. We've just built a water treatment plant, so there's already something we could use from that, and that experience and learnings that we can bring into the execution plan. And that is about, okay, how are we going to train the people up? How are we going to bring them on board? How are we going to bring this 300 people, getting ourselves ready for operations? Because when we finished, we need to operate. Now we need to mine. We need to fill that plant, you know. So it's about, during this construction phase and during the project phase, we're getting ourselves ready from an operational point of view. So there's two elements. Now up until end of Q1, it will be project execution readiness and preparation. And then from that on going forward, while we're executing the project, is getting ourselves ready for operations. So we have an execution plan. It's about now refining that plan, you know, and getting the details of that plan. And that's what we're going to focus on the next couple of months. So the other piece of work that we're initiating now is what we call the integrated management system. So we're doing a piece of work now that we're going to review all software and hardware that we're going to need to operate this mine. You know, from basically the basic level, from planning systems right up to your ERP. And that's always part of the plan, but now we're going to do it as an integrated project, making sure that we're actually building the mine of the 21st century. That we will know exactly what every piece of equipment is doing, where people are at, how productive they are, and that we know everything that happens on that mine, everything that moves, any material that moves, the quality thereof, and coming back to a central place like a control room or a nerve center, as I would call it. And that is something that we're kickstarting now as well. Because, you know, as we go through the process, we're starting to, you know, have to get a health and safety system. We need to get an ERP system deployed. So it's about getting those systems but have something to hang it off on. And that's really a piece of work that we're busy doing now as well.